What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Chasing Chip Podcast with me, Charles, and the boy Joshua.
Josh.
My bad. Hey,
Josh.
Josh. Thank you for tuning in. Today we'll be talking about who will win this Suns versus Clippers matchup tonight. The best 10-day player on our team. How good are the Nets with Kyrie? Why Danny Green is the most trending role player? Can you believe LeBron is playing this good in year 19? And we will also talk about AB and his ongoing feud with Bruce Arians and the Bucs. Why Usher's name is back in the media, and Tristan Thompson's dog ass. So, yeah, running right into it, bro. Like, look it, I have to show the video off the top, and it's just crazy to me because you calling this dude trash, and he's out here just yamming on folk.
First of all, I didn't call him trash.
Yes,
Let's
you
be
did.
real.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Did I call him trash?
Yes, you did. You called him trash.
I
You
said
said
that
he
he
is
was
trash.
easily forgettable.
He's
That was what I said.
easily forgettable.
Because we didn't ever give him minutes. But due to JaVale McGee and DeAndre Ayton being out, and then he was our only guy pretty much. And Frank Kaminsky's out for the year, it seems. Jalen Smith, I mean, he's got energy. I was trying to get him minutes this whole last year, but we never wanted to. And I think the problem was that we were trying to make him a power forward when he's just a natural center. When he came into the draft, everyone showed his 3-point shot highlights.
Right.
And everyone was talking about how he can actually shoot the ball. He can't shoot the ball. He's shooting like 19% from three right now. It's terrible. So he's a natural center. He's a little undersized, but he can still get up, and he still like gets rebounds and stuff. I like him. I think he'll be a decent center in the league. Is he going to be a natural starter? I don't think so. But I mean, that was a great dunk. I mean, I think Chris Paul always sets up. No matter if I was playing center in the NBA, somehow just a pass from Chris Paul will somehow make me dunk. I don't know. It's just like one of those things that he just naturally sets you up. He sets people up perfectly to just yam that ball. And
I mean, Chris Paul is part of the greatest, dunking squad, Lob City. Yeah, I mean,
but he like makes that. He makes that. And I feel
he does.
If you're a decent center in the league, he's going to get you some highlights because he just sets up the ball perfectly for you. So
you don't understand.
I mean, I'm not going to shade away from Jalen Smith's glory. Good for him. I'm glad that he at least. It seems we're going to trade him eventually, so perhaps this ups his trade value. This is something that I've been talking about. Is that let's get him some highlights, and then let's get some trades out of it. Let's get another veteran, put him in a package. Boom. Good luck to you.
You really want to get that man out of there?
Well, we didn't give him a contract, so that's why. I mean, he's not gonna. I feel like he has a bad taste in his mouth, so he's not going to want to re-sign with us because we didn't believe in him. We never gave him a contract offer, so he's going to want to go somewhere else. Anyway.
You ain't gave DA a contract offer either, so you're just going to be empty. You ain't going to have that. So what's going on with the Suns, man? Man, DBook have been doing his thing. We got y'all tonight. I would love to say, all right, Josh, man, let's put something on the game. I'm not putting nothing on this game, bro.
That's a shame.
If we win, it is a shame, but I'm a realist, and if we beat y'all, I'm a dog you out for it, but we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, no. You got 4 of your 5 starters.
I mean, if you guys beat us tonight, it's gonna. I don't know what's going on, but I think we'll slap you, no problem. I mean, Devin Booker's been playing out of his mind since he's been back. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4 30-point games, 30-point plus games. It looks like, and he's been balling out of control, shooting 42% from three right now on the whole season, 45% in field goal. I mean, he's been balling. Of course, no one says anything about him. Used to that. But
why is that? I mean, I feel like we have this conversation all the time, but like, I don't understand. I don't think it's because he's dating a Kardashian.
No,
I feel like when people date like basketball players date Kardashians, they don't get talked about as much as they should be for their on-court.
Chris Humphrey or whatever got talked about, and he was trash.
But he didn't get talked about for his basketball skills.
That's true.
I feel like whenever I see Devin Booker in the media, it's a picture with him and Kendall. Like,
yeah,
like it's not like, oh, Devin had 30
I think it's
plus
because
points.
he's kind of a reserved, quiet guy, and he's like just like a straight up good person. He's not loud. He just sticks to basketball. So he's not really the ideal candidate for like media attention because he's
I
not
don't.
so outlandish, and he just kind of takes care of business. I don't know. I don't get it either. Like as a Suns fan, I don't understand why Devin Booker doesn't get any sort of media attention, even though he's just continuously balling. I mean, since he was 18, like he's been.
We talked about this, man. We can't talk about his years when he was young and balling. The team is trash. You're supposed to be good. You're supposed to be the best player on a trash team.
Okay. I don't know about that.
What are you talking about? Y'all weren't good when he got in the league.
Yeah, but no one knew he was going to be this good coming into the league. And
I mean, yeah,
be
he
the
wasn't a
leading
starter
scorer for a team, any NBA team coming in.
Yeah, he wasn't a starter at UK, so
Now, here's the thing too, is that I fear that we're gonna have another year of Devin Booker barely sliding into the All-Star game. So it's
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one because y'all ranked first, and this
you would think
you get two at least.
It's gonna happen.
Nah, Suns fans are gonna go hard for him. I think a lot of people I think a lot of players respect Devin. And he deserves it. And I feel like if your team is first in at the top of the rankings by the All-Star break, you should get at least two people.
Yeah,
at least minimum 2 people should be on that team. The Warriors, when they were always first, they used to get 3 people. Shoot, close to getting 4 at times, but they always got Draymond, Clay, and Steph.
Yeah.
Clay's not in it, but Steph and Draymond are gonna be in it. Devin, Chris will be in it. Ayton should make it also.
Good.
So I think y'all might get 3. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I think Chris sneaks in and not Devin.
Chris shouldn't be sneaking in. It should be definites for Devin and Chris, and then Ayton should sneak in. But we'll see. I mean, I'm skeptic, like I always am with voting, because the Suns never get any credit. But I'm not going to have like a little pouting fest. Let's move on. But I do think, the Suns are going to beat the Clippers. Jalen Smith's been playing great for his role. He'll go back to the bench now that Ayton and JaVale McGee are back. Biyombo is incredible, so glad that Biyombo's back. Or not back, but back to the NBA. And he's been playing great with Chris Paul. But again, Chris Paul sets all these centers up. He makes them look good because he just perfectly puts that in there, right in the good sweet spot, and then it just lets people yam on him. All good.
So is Bismack Biyombo your best 10-day signage? You feel
100%,
like
100%. Yeah, I mean he's going to get his full contract, I think, for the season. I think he'll take someone's, maybe Nader's spot or someone.
You've been wanting to get Nader out of there, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to have just a plethora of big men. Looks like Frank Kaminsky's probably not coming back the rest of the season, it seems. So it would be good to have. We got 4 good centers now, 4 solid centers, just in case Giannis tries to run through us again. So we need the extra, artillery. We need it.
Yeah, nobody. And the funny thing is, nobody's even trying to give you. Like the funny thing, we keep talking about the Suns, and we keep trying to give them credit, say like, look, they are a threat in the West, but it's by far the Warriors. And now that LeBron is going crazy, he's talking about the Lakers. When AD comes back, and the Suns just slowly keep creeping in the background again.
Creeping, we're first.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I watch sports TV as much as I can. I don't think I've seen a Suns topic. And when I worked I still work in sports, but like when I worked on a network, we never talked about the Suns unless they beat a good team. You know what I'm saying? Y'all.
Yeah. But then so what's funny is that when that happens, even if the Suns do beat a good team, rather than talking about the Suns winning, they talk about the other team losing. And what's going on? Like, so if we were to beat the Lakers tomorrow, they'd be like, what's going on with the Lakers? They're so dysfunctional and stuff like that. Rather than talking about, oh, Devin Booker played really great. Chris Paul is going to be, in the MVP race or an All-Star. and the Suns are doing so well. It's not that shit.
I understand. Yeah, it's because y'all in Phoenix. I mean, look, we just gave the Suns 10 minutes of conversation.
Yeah, that's right. Any Suns fans out there, follow our
Yeah.
podcast. We'll talk about the Suns.
Yeah, but Suns. Well, look at Clippers are in the month of January, the dreadful January month that I'm always terrified of. Especially you even on full strength, I'm always terrified about the month of January. But like this time, I'm really scared. No Paul George, no Kawhi. The safety protocols got us missing a bunch of players. Zubas, Batum. I think critical guys. We would look good coming into the new year. We beat Brooklyn. Had 120 points, beat them by 4. Eric Bledsoe had 27 points. Our 10-day contract guys, Xavier Moon, James Ennis, Wayne Gabriel combined for 25 points that game.
Wayne Gabriel?
Yeah, I'm naming guys. James Ennis the third, Xavier Moon, all these guys. You know what I'm saying? And then we come home, play the Timberwolves, and get destroyed. Eric Bledsoe, 2 days later, 1 point. Serge Ibaka has his best game as a Clipper. He's been with the Clippers for a year and a half now. Best game as Clippers, 17 points. We had 20 turnovers. Now, the craziest thing for me is that the T-Wolves had 64 points in the paint, and Karl Anthony Towns didn't play. You know what I'm saying? So,
who's it? Naz Reid?
Yes, who I just picked up on my fantasy, and it was a great pickup. So
putting in work.
He putting in work for my team. So, but it was very, very. I don't like losing the Timberwolves, and now we about probably playing y'all on the road, and might be losing. Like somebody did like a win-loss metric of all the missing players, and Clippers are at the top with 10.5. So with all the missing players out of everybody in the NBA, we will lose the most games because the players that we are missing in these games is more critical to our team than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And like you said earlier, we were talking, the Clippers are in 8th place now. You know what I'm saying? They were a month ago in 4th, hovering 4th place, which I said at the beginning of the season, like, okay, we can be 4th, 5th. Nice, play Memphis in the first round, take them to 6, maybe beat them.
That was bold.
But now, do I think we can beat
the 10th spot? Looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. I mean, hard for me to not like. Do I think we fall completely out of the playoff race? It's possible. I mean, freaking the Spurs and the Timberwolves are playing decent, but I think we'll play good enough. The only thing about like us overcoming like the Nuggets is that they still got Jokic. Jokic is still playing out of his mind. You know what I'm saying? 26-21 last night. He was in a loss, but like, bro, like he's doing everything he can to make sure that they just stay afloat, and I'm having a tough time. I'm having a tough time with this Clippers team, man. And like the injuries are ravaging us.
Y'all tank. Just try to pick up a rookie. Tank.
Well, honestly, I think we don't have a draft pick. Let me check, bro.
Next year is good though. I mean, who knows? Kawhi can come back. Maybe he's done producing music and he can start playing basketball.
You never gonna let that go, huh? No, you're never gonna let that go. That he produced a track.
I don't think Kawhi got you guys. I think he's done. I think he's done with basketball. I think he got y'all. He's just like y'all like, yeah, Kawhi, he's gonna be our savior, and then now Paul George on an island in LA and just gonna have to the team himself for the rest of his career.
I'm sorry. I know I will usually respond to that, but I'm not gonna just entice your ridiculousness right now. But this is even more ridiculous: is that the OKC owns our first round picks for the next 5 years.
Well, that sounds about right.
Next 5. Oh, I can't stand OKC.
It's gonna have to be an OKC draft.
Oh my gosh, they got like all of our picks for the next 5 years, so we can't tank because they'll just give them a better pick, and we have a second round pick, so that's a cool thing. But no, we can't tank. We can't. He can't. But LeBron James didn't win December Player of the Month. Some people were mad about that because he had 31, 9, and 7. Spider had 33 and 5. But Spider went 10 and 2 in that month, while LeBron went 6 and 8. How important are records in the NBA voting?
It's always crucial, because, it's like you can't – if you're getting a lot of points and stats, that's great. But if you ain't winning the games, that's kind of like defeats the purpose, and it's kind of pointless in the sense of – if the Lakers are just slightly above 500 right now. And, hey, I love LeBron. LeBron's a GOAT, in my opinion. You think Michael Jordan is? We'll talk about that another time.
Another time.
I think that, obviously, it's great to see Donovan Mitchell get his credit because every day we talk about LeBron. And the Lakers beat these trash teams like the Kings and all that. And then all I see on my social media feeds is Lakers highlights throughout the whole thing. And it's just nice to have, more of a small market team get some credit, being the Jazz and then Donovan Mitchell. So I like it. Do I think LeBron should have won? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. But I'll always celebrate other small market teams getting some highlights and credits.
I will not. I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. I'm a big market. I like the big market teams, even though my team is usually not as good. Well, percentage, if you go by percentage, we haven't been good.
Right.
But yeah, it's still good to be in the big market. But anywho, I do believe LeBron should have won. I think records matter, but I just think about. I think just like Dugan was saying, sometimes you got to look at what guys have on their team. What is going on? Even Jokic is going crazy in the month of December and probably wasn't even considered because they probably had not the greatest record in the world either. But I just feel like those type of awards need to go to the person that's playing the best, playing the best. Like you say, the Jazz are just built. I think if we take Mitchell out the lineup, I think the Jazz still go 8-3.
Don't say that.
7-4. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say Mitchell is their main guy. He's their main scorer. Who's going to step up and score Mitchell's points? Mike Conley? No. Who? Joe Ingles?
I think somebody. I don't think they fall off the face of the earth.
It's like a Donovan Mitchell being removed from that team is like Booker being removed from the Suns. It's just like we kind of lose our identity a little bit. So it's just like I don't think they win as many games because they don't have their go-to scorer. So
you remove so if you remove Spider and remove LeBron, what team is worse?
That's tough because the Lakers are just a worse team overall. So, if you compare them against each other, I'd say the Jazz are better than the Lakers straight up with them both, so it's like, obviously I'm going to say the Lakers are worse because, you remove LeBron and Donovan Mitchell, Lakers are still worse. So I think that's a tough comparison to make, but
you pretty much just said the Lakers will be worse.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cool. Nicely.
Either way, they're gonna be worse either way because they're not as good as a team overall.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is that
I don't know. You nitpick that argument.
I did.
I
got you. I walked you right into it. Also, we wanted to give a round of applause to Russell Westbrook. 0 turnovers in 33 minutes. That's the first time he's had a no turnover game since he was in OKC. Congratulations, bro.
2016.
We are 13.
13 or 16?
I want to say it was 13.
No way. I think
now you're gonna make me check.
I'm pretty sure it's 2016. But anyways, it's been a long damn time.
It's been a long time.
And that's incredible. I'm just thinking about how many games Chris Paul has had with 0 turnovers.
Yeah.
Just this year. And then also last year, it's incredible that Westbrook his turnover rate is just so high.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2013. 30
What?
plus
Oh my
minutes.
God.
Yeah, 30 plus minutes.
Dude, it's been 9 years. That's wild. That's unfathomable. I just don't understand. Like, what? You need to reflect on that. I need to take a pause after 9 years.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Round of applause
crazy.
because it's very, very.
Is it per 32 minutes maybe or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's 30 plus minutes. So
Gotcha.
you may have had it you might have saw a stat where it was 2016 and it was under 30 minutes. Like you played 29 minutes or something like that, and only it's at 0 turnover. But this is 30 plus minutes, which makes a little bit more sense. I mean, he's usually a starter, so he usually plays that much. So big ups to him for finally doing that. And right into it. The team that's mostly the team that's scaring Josh the most, even though he doesn't want to admit it.
Who?
Your boy Clay
Oh, the Warriors
was out here looking like just a shooting. I don't even know what to say. 24 in a row. Well, he was practicing, killing it. I mean, he still gets to him and after he left it, had to hold up to 6. He's back on Sunday. Yeah.
Most
Klay
likely
Thompson
back on
is
Sunday.
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah. Klay Thompson is he set the return on Sunday. At the last home game before walking off the floor, he put up 6 and hits 24 straight threes. Steph looking real normal right now. He 8 for 41 for field goal, 20 field goal percentage, and 2 for 19 from the 3-point range in the last 2 games.
Not normal. That's not normal. Steph Curry is a little off right now. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, it's gonna be fun watching Klay come back. I'm not. Do I fear the Warriors? Of course. I think they're arguably the best team in basketball. Not counting the Suns, and
that doesn't make any sense.
I fear them more than the Nets. I do, and I would say that hopefully I love Klay Thompson coming back, so I have no bad things to say about that. I respect Klay Thompson, and I'm excited to have him back in the NBA.
Wait, did you just say you fear the Warriors more than the Nets?
Yes.
Oh my God! Please explain. I don't understand. How is that possible?
What do you mean? So you think the Nets are better than the Warriors right now?
With that full strength, KD, James Harden, and Kyrie for sure.
Okay, no. See, I don't agree. I think the Warriors are better full strength. And I'm talking about with Klay and Wiseman back than the Nets, because the Nets have always struggled with defense. And I think I don't think the Nets would do very well against the Warriors offense. That's just my opinion. So you think in a 7-game series?
I know it's your
the Nets and the Warriors.
This is my opinion. I know.
Yeah.
Yes. KD is unstoppable. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
I mean, that's Kyrie is just Kyrie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He loves playing against the Warriors. So I expect to see Cleveland Cavalier Kyrie when he plays the Warriors, if they do match up in the finals and the Suns don't make it. But then there's James Harden. James Harden is going to give you 20 points. He's going to be the facilitator. He fits in his role real nice. And I think LaMarcus Aldridge is another great addition. Looky here, bro. Stop. Don't disrespect LaMarcus. LaMarcus, it was a superstar.
I'm not disrespecting him. Does it move the needle as much as you're giving it credit for? No, I don't think so. Here's my thought process.
But I don't understand. No. I don't understand how you keep just. I don't understand how LaMarcus, when you're a star player on a team and was running the team,
right,
leading the team, and when you become not to say like a role player,
right,
you're still better than most. Like LaMarcus Aldridge now is probably still better than 60% of the power forwards in the league.
Okay.
So Draymond has to match up with LaMarcus. That's tough for Draymond. That's not going to be an easy day. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be just chilling. Who's guarding? Clay's got to guard somebody. Klay Do we know Clay's going to be defensively there to be guarding the KD all game? Who's guarding Kyrie? Steph? After that, what we got? I mean, I don't understand.
I mean, so here's my thought process with this is that okay. Well, first let's admit that these are two great teams, right?
Yes,
and it's a lot closer than we're giving it credit to.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely close.
Definitely close.
7 games.
So here's my thing that I was thinking about last night was that when you have a team like the Nets and you have a team like the Warriors, with the Nets, you look at their roster and you obviously highlight the 3 top players, James Harden, Kyrie, Kevin Durant. All of them are known for their offense, right? And I would say their defense, I mean, you could argue Kevin Durant is good at defense, but James Harden and Kyrie, not defensive-minded players.
But Kyrie can play D.
And when you have players like that are like outstanding in more of like ISO roles, ISO ball, yeah, they're going to score their points. They're going to score their points. But here's where I think they lack and where the Warriors shine is that the Warriors have much better role players, and you need role players in order to like be better than the other team in the sense of like you need cutters, you need people that know what to do. Go to that corner and you got to be able to knock down that a 3-point shot. You got to be able to, whenever someone is driving, you're moving around. You're not just sitting there and watching. That's what I think the Nets do, and that's like their flaw is that you have players like Kyrie, Kevin Durant, and James Harden that are more ISO ball players. And they're not necessarily like when Kyrie is doing his thing for like 10 seconds using, making his move about ready to drive to the basket. You don't see Kevin Durant and James Harden like cutting to the basket or trying to be more of a role player in that situation, running to get that offensive rebound. No, they're like outside of the 3-point line, just kind of chilling, watching Kyrie do his thing. And that's why I think the Warriors shine is that they have the stars and they have the role players. And and they play good defense. They play great defense, and that's what I think the Nets lack in. They lack in defense and they lack in talent in their role player positions. So that's why I think the Warriors are better. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I get it. Whenever you see those 3 stars, you're like, wow, who on this earth could ever beat that team? And I just think the Warriors could. I also think the Suns could beat them both, but that's
and I think you need to be watching a lot more Nets games, my guy. I think you do. I think you do.
The Bruce Brown or whatever. You think Bruce Brown is
no. I'm just saying that the Nets are 7th in the league in defense. Like it's not like they're at the bottom, dog. They're at 7th. Like the Warriors are obviously the top. The Warriors and Suns are at the top. Well, I'm not going to, like we said, the gap isn't that big between the Nets and the Warriors, or even Nets and the Suns. It's not that big of a gap. They're gonna go 7 games.
Yeah,
but I think when it's down to the wire, 7 games, like game 7, I'm looking at the teams and who do I think is going to lead their team in game 7? I'm putting my money on Kevin Durant. I'm sorry. Like I'm not putting on any, I respect Steph, but I'm not putting money on Steph game 7. I'm putting my money on KD game 7 against anybody. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I understand that.
Like games, if last year against the Bucs, I picked the Bucs to beat the Nets, but that's because I just know they didn't have a full squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I get that. I get that. I just think that it's very close, and I think Kevin Durant is amazing, obviously, and I agree with you on that sense. And he's my MVP. But I will say that I just think that the Warriors are slightly better in certain areas like role players and like defense, and they have better shooters.
Wait. I've lost you for a second. But what did you say?
Better shooters. Like I'm not saying iso ball like shooters. I'm not saying like I'm saying if we had a 3-point contest amongst teams, I'm saying that the Warriors would win, obviously. So I'm just we're comparing something that's very close.
It's very close.
We can go either way. But for you to get so upset about me saying that the Warriors would be the Nets, I think that's a little ridiculous because
I'm not getting upset. I'm just you said their team, like the Warriors roster is better, like their bench players are better than
They are.
The Nets, like
who? Bruce Brown and
you keep going with
LaMarcus
Bruce
Aldridge
Brown as the first person
who
you
are the
name.
Nets? Who are the Nets bench role players? They got Claxton, right? They got
I think
Bruce
Claxton's
Brown.
the starter.
They still got Tyler Johnson, or who on their team?
I think Joe Harris is coming off the bench. Blake coming off the bench. You know, obviously you keep naming Bruce Brown, but Bruce Brown is, you know, decent. You know what I'm saying? James Johnson is decent and making threes. But I mean, you're coming against the guys coming off the Warriors bench is who?
Like every time I see a highlight against the Nets of someone getting dunked on, it's always James Johnson getting dunked on.
Well, yeah, okay. But like comparable to the guys coming off the bench, where you got, I think you have more respect for Otto Porter Jr., obviously, because he torched y'all.
Jr., they got Jordan Poole. They got
I give you Jordan
Wiseman coming off the bench probably, or Looney or whatever.
And you think Wiseman and Looney coming off the bench?
I think Wiseman's better than Claxton. Yeah, got you.
I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't say yes or no to that because I haven't seen Wiseman play. As I've seen Claxton. Claxton is getting better. You know what I'm saying? Do I think?
I don't know. I think it's up in the air. But I think that's my one flaw I would like to point out about the Nets is that I think they are worse at defense, and I think the role players aren't as good. That's it.
I think yes, technically they are worse than the Warriors in defense. Yes. Do I think they're as bad as you're making them seem like?
No,
they are.
I mean, they're not bad. They're number 1 in the East right now. Oh, there's number 2 in the East.
Number 2 in
the
East.
I just don't think that, and they just move around. I don't think their stars move around without the ball very well. And that was my point, is that you have the Warriors who are notorious for off the ball movement. You know, Steph Curry's running around like he's playing freaking duck, duck, goose over there, you know? So every time he doesn't have the ball and every time Klay doesn't have the ball, they're moving around and finding like an open shot. With the Nets, you got Kevin Durant and James Harden and Kyrie. They're just watching. Because
I'm just saying. I mean, for me,
ball players.
I just Wiggins, Klay, and Steph, big 3, right? They're big 3. Draymond 4.
Yeah.
You got Kyrie, Durant, and Harden. That's their big 3. Come on, man.
Yeah. You have to look at it from a different lens because
what lens? I'm looking at a basketball lens. Like, what other lens are you looking at it at?
You're looking at it from just an offensive perspective.
What?
I'm looking at it from an off the ball perspective. I'm looking at it from a defensive perspective. And it's team basketball. You got to win the game with your team. And I understand that if they're playing 3v3, that the Nets would win.
Oh my gosh. I'm not saying 3. You foul, bro. 3v3.
I get it. I'm just trying to put it into perspective because some people, including myself, get caught up in the stardom that's over in the Nets. And as you know, in basketball, it's a team game, and it goes beyond just like the skill level of 3 players on the offensive game, the offensive side of the game. So, anyways, well, maybe the Warriors and the Nets will see each other in the finals.
Maybe, even though that's not what you want. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. So let's not even have that bet because that's not what you want. That's not what you want. So don't even try to act like that's what you want. You don't want that at all.
Keep it coming. You're gonna be building yourself in debt even more and more.
Oh my goodness! Which okay. I want to randomly.
I think the West will win. I'll bet that right now. I think the West will win.
Yeah, I'm never gonna.
Bet the East. Go over there. Bet the East. Get on the
East last year. I think I got the East, man. I'm sorry. I got the East. $100?
Oh, now he's backtracking.
Oh, yes. All right, cool. Yeah, I bet the East wins the chip this year. I don't need to do that handshake. I'm a man of my word. I don't need to do all that whack stuff. I'll pay you the dub. The C note. My bad. I need, you know what I'm saying? If the West wins, that's a very broad. That's just, but I believe the East is
okay.
To East, it's East.
Do you? All right.
As we just talked about, Kyrie came back last night, had 22 points after missing 35 games due to the vaccination rules in the state of New York. Quickly, did that Kyrie look like himself? Yes, and he's the reason why they'll beat the Warriors. So, anywho, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah, Kyrie looks good for sure.
Danny Green. Why is Danny Green the most trending role player? Well, Danny Green has 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, and 0 blocks in 24 minutes. Most minutes by any player with 0.0000 stat line. It's just, and boom, he's in the media. A lot of players have 0.00 stat line, but Danny Green always is in the media. And I feel like he's the most talked about role player. I don't understand. Like people just won't let him just rock. Like, bro, he's not as good as he used to be.
He used to be on the Lakers, and then the Lakers are obviously still bitter about his poor performance in the playoffs, and he always sucks in the playoffs. But yeah, I don't know. People love to dog on someone whenever they have that 0 stat line.
So I'm told. Let me get this right. Was he part of the team that won the chip? He was part of the bubble team, right?
I think so, yeah.
So I don't get that. I don't get the Laker.
Yeah, but he didn't play very well, apparently. From what I remember.
He
played like booty on the Toronto Raptors too.
Yeah, he did. I mean, if we just look at his track record, his playoff performances ain't the best.
Yeah,
he's a regular season cat. He's a Utah Jazz. He's a great regular season dude. You know what I'm saying? And obviously this happened in regular season, but I think put way too much pressure on Danny Green being great. Like he was good with the Spurs, because he was the fifth or fourth person that was there. Now he's kind of one of the role players on the Sixers. Right. And I feel like he's gonna have. I think he's gonna surprise some people when the Sixers make the playoffs. I think he's gonna step up. He's gonna have one of them random years. I want to know: is it a contract year? He's usually really good during contract years.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it was a 0 stat line, but he only shot 2 field goals. So,
yeah.
I mean, whatever. I mean, maybe just a role player that night and just passing the ball, moving it. And maybe someone else was hot. I didn't see the full stat line from everyone else, but I mean, if you're a veteran and primarily a role player, then to feed the hot hand. So, I mean, if you want to shot like 10 shots and you went 0 for 10, but if you only shot 2,
and they still won. I understand if they lost, but they lost to the Magic, but they still won by double digits. Like, come on, like bad stat is what it is. He'll be all right. Now, the fight that people just like this is ridiculous. Like these guys, Nurkic and Herro. Herro pushed Nurkic in the back. He gave Herro a little quiet jab. He acting like he coming at him, like, oh, I'm coming at you. Right. I'm coming at you, boy. I'm coming at you, boy. PJ Tucker, you know what I'm saying?
It's just funny. I mean, like,
nobody really
it's like everyone knows these players aren't going to fight. And Nurkic, I mean, that was a solid pick. He didn't move. He didn't really put his shoulder into Tyler Herro. He got Tyler Herro because apparently he didn't see him.
Nobody called the screen.
Yeah, no one called the screen. And then you mad because you ran into him. And now you're going to push him like that. And then as soon as someone grabs him, that's when Tyler Herro starts pacing that like he's going to do something. Bro, Nurkic is like twice your size.
Yeah, look how hurt he is when he gets – hey, man.
He didn't even really lean into him. It was just a solid pick,
And he tried to trip him after. Look at like come on.
Tried to trip him and then came through with the push. You just bitter.
I like the quick jab. That's just smart.
Oh yeah, he did get him.
He did the quick money, jab. You know what I'm saying,
dude? Herro, damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in NBA, that's the best time to get your quick hit in. It's the quick jab when you about the scuffle's just starting. Nobody's around. Get the quick one out there. Tap him on the forehead.
Tyler Herro, dude, you're out of your weight class, bro.
I don't think he had a chance. I don't think Tyler was trying to do too much. I think he just, he can't be embarrassed in front of all these people. He can't be just getting,
I guess.
screen and then all that. He got all his fans. He got what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just take the hit, bro. You're all right.
Well,
get mad at your teammates, if anything. No one
right. Walk right into the yuck player of the week. Yuck. And it's Tristan Thompson. Once again, my guy. Like, the fact that for me, is that he spent so much of his energy denying that it was not his kid. Like, there's a difference of people and fathers or people that or baby daddies, you would say, that spend so much of their energy saying they're not the father, and then it coming out and be like, oh, I'm sorry for disrespecting you, sorry for this, sorry for being extra, sorry for putting you in this position. There's all these apologies to Chloe and the girls. Like, not in one day I ever thought it wasn't Tristan's kid. And it's just sad, bro. Like I just like Chloe's the most I feel like Chloe's just the nicest one. Like,
I have no idea what the hell's going on. So wait, so he's denying that it's his kid, and then
he denied it for a long time,
right.
and then
eventually what else just came out in regards to
the kid was born.
Yeah,
he finally took a paternity test because they probably court ordered it.
Yeah,
because I know he didn't just walk in himself like, hey, yeah, let me go take this paternity test.
Right,
no, court ordered. He took it, found out it was his.
Yeah.
And then he went on his, then the Kris Jenner, the Mama Jenner, Momager was probably like, yo, you need to go out there and apologize.
Yeah.
And he put out his apologies and things like that for Chloe. Sent his daughter like dozens and dozens of roses. And all this stuff. This is the second kid out of the relationship. He said he wasn't cheating on Chloe no more. He's gonna be faithful. That ain't it. And I think Joey Badass, and I want to hear your take on this, had made a good take. If you just don't want to be in a relationship, like just monogamous, just say it. Just tell the person, like, hey man, I don't think I can be in a relationship with one woman. Like we can still co-parent, but let me do my thing. But I'm a big personally. Be honest with whoever you're sniffing others. Just tell them, like, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. And they want to leave it, then leave it. Let them leave it. Like, they don't rock with you when you want to do something, do that. But don't be deceitful. Yeah. It's just so much more pain. People can take truth, even if it's hard.
Right.
If it's tough truth, they're gonna take it. It's the truth. It's how I feel. It's what it is. But it's a different type of feeling of believing in somebody, trying to believe them, being so trustworthy and getting deceived or cheated on or lied to so many times. It's just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah. Tristan's kind of trash for that. No doubt. Sorry about it, Chloe. I mean, she's still rich, but it's all good.
Yeah, right.
I feel less bad for Chloe and more for the daughter. So, yeah, hopefully they figure that out and Tristan stops being a trash-ass father.
I mean, yeah, he keeps saying he's going to support, and he probably will. You know what I'm saying? Do I think he's going to be on the level of, like, Nick Cannon's support of all his kids? Like, Nick Cannon, bro. Like,
Nick Cannon's starting a franchise out here.
But he's in every, like, it's funny, Christmas time, he visited every kid. He spent time with every kid's family. He has the great, look here. I tell this, I'm a product of having a child in another relationship. I have a son that's 11 years old from another relationship. The communication with her mom is fantastic. We communicate very well. It's like it's easy. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? The communication can be very easy. Nick Cannon is one of them guys with that. He's cool with all. As much as we make jokes on how many baby mamas he has, he still has fantastic relationship with all of them. He's involved with all the kids. He's talking to all of them. His communication is good and open and honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how you can build it. But when you want to go around and be deceitful and not show up to stuff and do other things, that's when things get real difficult. That's when kids get like upset. Kids get mad if you know what I'm saying? But that's just that's a whole different lane.
There you
I
go,
could go
Tristan.
down.
Be more
I
like
could go down.
McCann.
I can go down. You know what I'm saying? But but anyway, NBA shout outs. Back to the NBA. Sorry. Back to the NBA, bro. We're still in the NBA, which is, but that was more off the court. Back to
Tristan.
DeMar
Fuck
DeRozan.
up the vibe.
Shout out to DeMar DeRozan. 8-game winning streak going crazy. 2-game winning shots back to back. Jokic 26, 21-11 versus the Utah Jazz. And you were bringing up the rookie. What rookie did you want to shout out?
Bro, he's been balling. Honestly, he's a competition for Rookie of the Year. He got 38 against the Bucs. That was wild. And he's got 28 on the third. He got 22 on the third. But yeah, he's just been balling. I mean, he's shooting 45% from field goal percentage, and he's been playing really well on the Magic. Good for him. You know, I had no idea that he was going to be this good. You know, all I had was Mo Wagner to kind of judge it off of. I didn't really know much about him, but he's been playing great. So shout out to him.
Yeah, and then also we got to shout out the one player that has the longest career in one team, and that's Dirk. Dirk. Utmost respect for this man. You know, has one of the greatest shots, greatest, fadeaways in the history of the game. Huh? Unguardable. You know what I'm saying? Got his jersey, his number retired in Dallas, 98 to 2019. Golly. 21 years on one team.
Good for Dirk. Well respected from everyone in the NBA.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I think from me, it has to be his playoff run when he swept the Lakers.
He beat the Heat. Is that one?
Beat the Heat in the finals, beat the Spurs. Cuffington was bringing that. Is that the best playoff run of anybody, any superstar? Playoff run. It takes it. He LeBron, played everybody. Yeah, Kobe, Tim, LeBron, Dwayne. He played everybody. It's rare you get a chance to play
against all the stars.
Yeah, for sure. I think LeBron's run with Cleveland when they made it, but they lost to the Magic when we thought he was going to play Kobe that year. I think that might have been up there if they would have got to the finals, but yeah, Dirk that dude.
Yep, Dirk that dude. The statue a little suspect, but
yeah, man. People were saying the balls on the statue look like anal beads, but I was like, oh, damn.
Okay.
Some people, man, y'all
dirty.
Y'all dirty. Y'all thought process was straight to that. I just thought it was just nice basketball. When I read that, I was like, oh, I wasn't even thinking that. I see it now. I can't unsee it.
That's funny.
Oh man. And then before we hop onto this, two last things. We I gotta get your take on this AB stuff. I gotta get your take on this AB, bro. I know we're chasing chips. Let's talk about basketball, bro. What just came out today, and I'm gonna just show you what just came out today. AB dropping text messages it's Instagram, and what dropping text messages like a Instagram lady or dude or whatever y'all want to call them or anything like that. This is BA. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're ready to go tomorrow. We're not resting for the playoffs. Call me. And then he just puts out, the picture of him getting worked out. Say he can't go full speed. And then they go in there.
That game?
Or this is all before the game. This is all before. He said health over wealth. Number barbarian. I guess he's calling him a barbarian, but I believe AB. I think this messes up the Bucs. I think they gotta start. I mean, Tom Brady usually steps up when it's people really want to write him off. But this right here, man, AB got receipts. He told him his ankle was a problem. Everybody wants to handle. Hey, the funny thing is, everybody wants to say, "Oh, look how he was jumping off in the end zone. It didn't look like his ankle was hurting. Man, look at him. Look at him."
I mean, you think AB doesn't want to play, and that's my thing is like, why would he not want to play? So, I mean, if his ankle hurts, I mean, his ankle hurts. I mean, it's not if he's not ready, he's not ready. I mean, only he would know that. So, a coach telling him to play whenever he's hurt is dumb and ridiculous. It's short-sighted. So, like, why do that? But I don't know. I wasn't there. AB has been known for his antics and all this craziness that he brings and just drama. But I always like to give the players the benefit of the doubt. So, yeah, I mean, I would always – I know it sounds bad to say, but I always believe players over coaches because I think the players have – I mean, they want to play, So, like, why would he lie about being hurt? Why would AB lie about being hurt? And I feel like the coach – to my understanding, they were losing that game pretty bad. And the coach didn't want to be embarrassed maybe or – he was just looking out for the team instead of the player at that moment. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really follow Bucs or the Buccaneers at all. I follow the Chiefs. So the Buccaneers are all
and they took a loss.
Messed up. I love it. No offense to Tom Brady, he's a GOAT, but
the Titans are first.
Lose.
I know you're a big Chief fan. I know, but what happened? You know what I'm saying? Didn't they just lost to the Bengals? Joey B.
Yeah, our
secondary is trash.
Our
Your secondary has always been trash.
I mean, there's some suspect calls though. I will say at the end, but I don't know. Like that's a tough call to make. It was like a hands to the face call that kind of like we had them on fourth down and we stopped them, and then you're gonna call that.
Those are usually the calls. If you're a fan of the team that got the call, that call called on them, you're not happy. You think, oh, you can let it go, but the other team wants it. It's one of those. It's just like there's few penalties in the NFL that you're like
let them play. It's the last.
Like let them play through it, but that's only when that happens to your team,
right? But it wasn't even that. Like it wasn't even that. Like I saw the replay and I didn't even really see it happen. So, like, I don't know. I still don't really believe it. But whatever. I mean, we're going to make the playoffs, and that's all that matters. So, anyone that we go against in the playoffs, I think we're capable of beating. So, go Chiefs, baby.
All right. Well, there's Chiefs always we're in the 49ers. Please get in. Please. We beat the Rams.
Right.
And the Saints have to lose. For us to we have to beat the Rams. We control our own destiny. If we beat the Rams, we're in. But the last but not least worst pickup game story. We saw this video on IG of old boy dancing at LA Fitness. I refuse to play at LA Fitness. Every time I went to LA Fitness and played, I'm so close to get
it.
Like
my friend Rebecca said that this guy has the strongest ACLs known to man. Look at this guy, his knees. Ooh, he's getting it. But that's type of tomfoolery you seen in LA Fitness. Everyone just like, bro, get back on defense. What you doing? Just feeling the vibe. Yeah, I will say though, man, that guy's got some good dance moves. But he's just chilling. He's like Klay Thompson in the corner, just hanging out, doing his thing.
Yeah, the worst for me is probably the pickup games are the ones that I think any game where I have a guy on my team that they can shoot and can't shoot. Like any game that I've passed the ball and they all I think pickup games. I hate playing with ball hogs.
Yeah.
Like I hate playing with guys that don't want to just play with the flow of the game. Like they want to score all 11 points. And I'll be like, bro, come on. Like, chill out.
Oh, I hate the guys that they'll shoot and miss like every shot but the last one. Like they'll make the game winning shot.
Yeah.
They'll miss like 99% of their shots. And then that
Mhm.
last one, it's like goes in on a bank or something, and then they're talking all shit. Those are the
Yes.
guys I hate.
The example I have about with something like that is when I was playing in this Saturday morning league. I was playing with and Kanye shows up. Kanye shows up to play. He's playing. I'm guarding the most of the game. So he probably scores like 1 or 2 baskets on me. His jumper is trash. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, he can't shoot. So he was playing, game is close, we're doing our thing. The last play, he gets it. I'm just like, knocks it down. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. like I'm getting scolded by my people. Like, bro, why you let him shoot it? You let him shoot because he Kanye. I'm like, I didn't let him shoot because he Kanye. I should let him shoot because his shot is ugly. You seen him? Did you not see him shoot?
But that's how he gets his ego going, bro. Is that
Man, I made a game winning shot. Oh, he was feeling himself. But I was like, this is ridiculous, man.
Hey,
like,
you practice bad shots, you make bad shots. That's how it is.
I will say I did not block him as hard as I wanted to. I did block him one time, but it was like one of those where I knew, like, have you ever seen somebody about to shoot and you like, oh, I knew, I got this. I'm about to block the shit out of this.
Yeah.
And I will say I didn't do that because he's my favorite artist. I was like, I'm not going to embarrass him like
Fuck
that.
Dude. I'm blocking
Everybody says that. Everybody says that.
I'm blocking
Charles,
the shit
man.
out of Kanye.
You should have blocked the shit out of Kanye. I was like, I know. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just, when you just put your hand up and the ball just hits your hand, and that's how you block it. Like that's what I did. Like, yeah.
Dude, I'm coming down with the hammer, bro. I'm sorry, Kanye. No disrespect to anyone I play basketball with, but unless you're like a youngin, obviously I'm not gonna like block the shit at you. But if you're my age or around my age or older, it's free game. It's like there is no barrier. There's no hesitation. If I can block your shot, I'm blocking a shot at you. Right. That's just how it is. It's the basketball court is an equal playing field. No matter how famous or rich you are, as soon as you get on that court and start playing basketball, it's game time. Game time. Just black out. Yeah. The warrior comes out.
Hey, I'm gonna keep saying to people, man. Josh got some interior, like his inside layup game package is really nice, like really, really nice. Like it's this, and we're gonna keep saying this. I honestly believe we can go against any other podcast when we do 2-on-2. We ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we got the duo is real nice.
Yep.
Or we could take a dub from anybody.
We got that cohesion. I can close my eyes. I can like wrap a blindfold over my eyes, and then I can just see where Charles is at, passing the ball over to him. We got that sense for one another,
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Anyone that has a podcast, a basketball podcast, and thinks that they could run us, on 2-on-2, bring it. Let's record it.
Non-professional players, obviously, for people out there.
Let's go. I'm just playing. Yeah, obviously, no pros, amateurs. We're talking amateurs out here.
Yeah. I played against a few G leaguers in my time, and they crazy. All right, man. I played some G leaguers from like Sacramento King G League, and I'm like, this is different. Like y'all are different. But
how about some average Joes? Let's go. Anyone that has not played professional basketball that wants to run it, that thinks they're better. Let's run it. Let's go. We'll meet you up. We'll record it, and let's go.
I'm with it. All right, y'all, man. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching Chasing Chips. We're gonna be back on Sunday. Like I said, we're gonna. Today was a special episode. We're on Thursday because Clippers play the Suns tonight, but usually we will be coming at y'all on Wednesdays and Sundays, unless one of us is in safety and protocols or something like that. Maybe not, but other than that, Wednesdays and Sundays, we're Chasing Chips to come with you with new episodes. Keep tuning in, keep watching on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, on IG, Marina of the Mind, Davis Joshua _. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a great rest of y'all week.